President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau, Chris Babin, joining us again for some more tips from the BBB. Chris, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
We're talking about out-of-stock items, and I think that's going to be a really big issue coming up whenever everybody's online shopping for the holidays, gift giving, all that good stuff. So when an item is out of stock, are there ways that we can kind of get around that and maybe be able to get our hands on the item?
Yeah, definitely. For one, there's two different aspects, I guess, that we want to make sure we cover. For one, if stock on something's limited or it's hard to find, be on the lookout for scams online, because that product will be duplicated. Scammers kind of follow that thing, and they will, of course, have availability of those hard to find items at a good price. So you'd be easy to fall prey to one of those scams. But additionally, I don't know if people still consider it early right now for Christmas. I kind of consider it still a little bit early, but it's not. We don't always think about things actually being out of stock. We kind of take for granted things are going to be there when we go to get them. So maybe start looking for those items earlier while you know they may still have them.
Yeah, I've made that mistake so many times, saying, oh, I'll purchase it later when Christmas is closer, and then it ends up out of stock. So that's something to definitely keep in mind.
Right.
And you and I were laughing about this earlier, but the last thing, the last tip that the BBB gives us is to just be patient, because these items might restock soon.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. If something is out of stock, they should be restocking. A lot of times, if you're going to a brick and mortar, they should be able to tell you, when they expect another order to come in, or at least give you a decent idea. But if you can find out that information, a lot of times they know maybe their supply truck, comes on Tuesdays. Well, that would be the day to maybe go, instead of waiting till later in the week when they may be out of the item again. So for very hard to find items, try to be strategic, do your research, and it should pay off, help you find those in time.
Yeah, and I always love signing up for the email updates of when an item comes back into stock so that you can be alerted as soon as possible. So more tips on this topic can be found at bbb.org.